Hello everybody, my name's Shannon and this is my next step story. At the age of 6 years old, I was struggling to see in my grade 1 classroom. So my teacher phoned my mom and took me to the doctor, and after running many tests, they discovered that I had a very rare eye disease called parsonitis. It is a blinding disease if not treated. From the age of 6 all the way up to the age of 21, I had 23 operations between my left eye and my right eye, which was very hard because I was constantly out of school and in and out of hospital and on all these different medications. So it was a huge strain on me, and it affected me a lot where I was always questioning God, like I don't understand why this is happening to me, and I was just always basically waiting for the worst to happen, always expecting tomorrow it's going to happen. So there was a big operation that I had to have because fluid wasn't draining in my eye, so they had to do a valve transplant into my eye, and it was a very risky procedure. So the night before, my mom decided to take me to a church because there was an evangelist visiting that night. And honestly, I wasn't very I was very skeptical. I was just like, oh, whatever, okay, let's just do it. And when I got there, I just felt something different. When I sat down, the evangelist came to me and he called me and he said he wants to pray for me. And that night I felt a huge weight lifted off my shoulders, and I felt like I'm constantly trying to be in control, but it's time for me to leave it in God's hands. So yeah, following that, my operation went very well. After my eyes were doing really well, I ended up having a seizure at school when I was in grade 3 in the corridors. I was rushed to the hospital, and after running a few tests, they saw that my brain waves weren't equal. So I was diagnosed with epilepsy and I was put on epileptic medication. Nobody understands why I had the eye disease, or still do, and why the epilepsy came about. So yeah, after many years of being on epileptic medication and once again falling into my dark space where I didn't really want to speak to God or talk to God or hear from Him, I ended up visiting Outlook Church. And yeah, I told the pastor my story, Pastor Brent, and all the leaders prayed for me that night, and I just felt once again like I'm leaving it in God's hands now, and I felt just free, and I felt good. From that moment, I've been seizure free for, I think it's 3 years now. I'm off epileptic medication, I'm off my chronic medication, so yeah, that was truly incredible. My challenge for everybody is, no matter what you're going through in life, no matter how difficult it may seem, there's one verse that's always stuck out for me, and that's Jeremiah 29 verse 11. And no matter what, I knew that God had a plan and a purpose for me, and I knew that maybe I needed to go through that. Because this was going to be my testimony one day, and maybe I could help other people through this. So no matter what you go through in life, just always know that there's a reason. God has a plan for you and a purpose for you. Yeah.